What's going on, people? Today is Friday, February 12th. Big day, as this is Winter Meetings video Part 2. If you're not into the Fantasy Baseball League, go ahead and turn this video off because it will be all fantasy baseball all the time. Alright, big issues we have going out. Alright, I talked to Tom yesterday and we worked out a couple things. Alright, first thing I want to start with is who is out of the league, who is in the league. Alright, so let's start with the first place finisher, Lance. Unless I am told otherwise, you will be keeping the Dodgers. Alright, we also have Tom, finished second. He's keeping the Rays, unless I'm told otherwise. I am keeping the Cardinals. Murgaman keeping the Phillies. Now, when I say unless I'm told otherwise, I mean like by the end of the weekend, unless I'm told otherwise. Alright, you're going to be stuck. So get back to me soon. Pasqua, I have heard through the grapevine that you want to get rid of the Twins, get a new team. So I have you down as replacing the Twins. Dochet is out. Alright, haven't heard back from the guy. He's gone. So the Red Sox will be back in play. Alex will be keeping the Orioles unless I'm told otherwise. I haven't heard what you want to do, Alex. Let me know, please, by the end of the weekend. I think you're keeping the Orioles, though, 'cause you were kind of excited about it. So, anyway, John, I would assume you're keeping the Yankees. I would if I were you. I don't know. Ali, taking a new team this year. Can't remember who you had last year, but I know you said you want a new team. So there you go. Tim Walker is out. Have not heard back from him. That means the Marlins will be in play. Francis Kelly is out. Have not heard back from you. That means the Angels are back in play. Raj, you have the Rangers. Haven't heard from you. Don't know what you want. I know your buddies coming in the league, but I haven't heard about whether you want to keep your team or not. So please let me know by the end of the weekend. Kevin has the Mets. I think you said you wanted a replacement, but I'm not sure. Please let me know by the end of the weekend. Ed Malone, you are out. So that means the Cubs are back in play. And can't remember who Team Miller had, but Team Miller is gone. Alan Miller, you are out. Out like bell-bottom pants. Yeah, that's a good one. Bell-bottom pants. You're out. So, yeah. So let me go through the teams that are undraftable at this moment. We have the Dodgers, the Rays, the Cards, the Phillies, Orioles, Yankees, Rangers, and maybe the Mets. I'm not sure. But wide open, I mean, teams like the Cubs, Angels, Marlins, Red Sox. There's a lot of talent on the board. So let me know what y'all want to do with that. All right. As far as priority goes for picking your teams, it will go like this. Let's see. I'm going to go from worst to first here. Miller's out, so he goes to the back of the list. The Cubs team's out, they go to the back of the list. Kevin, if you want to replace the Mets, you will have first pick of new teams. Raj, if you want to replace the Rangers, you will have second pick. Ali, you will have the third pick unless Raj or Kevin keeps their teams. So Ali, if both Kevin keeps the Mets and Raj keeps the Rangers, you will have first pick from your Red Sox or the Cubs or the Angels or the Marlins or whoever you want. All right, buddy? You got to be pretty stoked about that, right? Look at me looking out for Ali. Love it. I'm going to assume John's keeping the Yankees. Alex is keeping the Orioles. Steve, you would be fourth then after Ali if you're replacing the Twins. So a lot of good options there for you. And then it looks like everybody else is keeping their team. So really it looks like we're only going to have the 4 players from the league originally. And then what I'm going to do for the next 5 teams, I'm going to put them in a hat and draw and see which team they get. And that's just going to be the way it is. So we have new owners, all right? First up, we have Raj's friend from Philly. Don't like having more people from Philly in the league, but, I mean, what are you going to do? Actually, I don't really care about Philly, so. Anyway, Raj's friend is in, all right? We have my friend Sparky McSparkles, who I wrote the song for earlier. Check the old videos. Our first female in the league, so that's quite exciting. So I call her Sparky if she would like to share her real name with you. Actually, you'll be able to look it up just from the thing. But anyway, she can do that on her own. Third new owner is my buddy named Colin. He is a fantasy baseball, football guy. He just actually landed a job with a new fantasy website. I'll let him share the details of that, but he basically handles the updates and things like that for them. So kind of an insider, kind of an expert. Good guy to play with, very solid. So liking that. So what we are looking at now is we need 2 more owners. I'm going to go ahead and give another deadline. Just like by the end of the weekend, I want your keepers, or not your keepers, but if you're keeping your team, let me know by the end of the weekend if you have someone who you think would be a good replacement. If not, I will go ahead and replace them. I have people lined up. No one I've made promises to, but it won't be a problem to add 2 more teams to the league. So then we will have our full 15. We'll be ready to go. All right. After we get the new 5, I will draw names out of a hat, and they will be assigned slots. All right, makes sense? Good. All right. I would like to have our 2-round supplemental draft as early as possible. All right. I'm going to put a bunch of lists down below this video, so you don't have to rewatch the thing to see who picks where, blah, blah, blah. But whoever takes over Miller's team will have number 1. Whoever takes over the Cubs team will have number 2. Kevin will have the 3rd pick, Raj the 4th. New owner of Kelly's team, 5th. New owner of Walker's team, 6th. Ali picks 7th. John picks 8th. Alex picks 9th. The new owner of Dochette's team picks 10th. Steve Pasqua is 11. Murgaman 12. I'm 13. Tom is 14. Lance is 15. Alright, so that's round 1. Round 2 will be the same. Round 3, we start snaking back around the other way. So in round 3, Lance will have the 1st pick, then Tom, then me, all the way down to whoever's Miller's replacement is will have 15th. So then in round 4, Team Miller, old Team Miller will get to pick 1st again. Alright, so it's back to a traditional snake. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I talked to ESPN this morning. I actually called them and did some work. Look at me, actually doing stuff for you guys. You know you love it. So what they suggested was to set it up like keepers, okay? So I'm going to set it up with 11 keepers, all right? The 9 from your team, you know, your 9 team keepers. All right, hopefully we can get that done by the end of next week. And then maybe the week after, very soon at least, we'll have those 2 rounds of supplemental drafting, all right? We can even do it like in a chat box over the course of a week or something, all right? But then I will put those 2 new players in for a total of 11 keepers. Then we can have a normal draft with the, you know, ESPN draft software in April sometime, like we talked about, for the rest of the players. All right, that way it's a lot less work for me. It's easier for all of us. It should work out really well. All right, so it's not really a keeper league, but I'm going to set it up that way so that I have to do less work and we can actually use the draft room. All right, but I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, actually, I like the supplemental drafts, like lasting a week. We'll set it up as soon as we get everything set. We'll start it. You know, you'll have like a day to make your pick. Otherwise, you get the top rated player, and then we'll just keep going until we have all 2 rounds done. All right? Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. I think it's pretty fair. If you don't like the way I set it up, you can kind of kiss my ass. You know, I don't know. I talked to Tom about it. I talked to some other people. Seems pretty fair. We've had discussions in the chat room. Everybody seemed pretty happy with the last video, the way I laid it out. This is the same as that. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I think we're going to be good to go. Yeah, pretty stoked. So